I am Bopsto, the Elder Weeb,
And I'm Red, the bald-headed wonder.
and we are the Anime
The
Boys.
anime
Me
bigger
boys.
wicka boys.
Hell yeah. It's been a long time, Red. It's been a fucking week.
My bad. Had
And
some family issues, but we're
yeah,
back. We're back and we're
yeah, we're
ready.
back. The uptake's gonna be a bit slow. This will be releasing, we're recording on a Thursday. It should be releasing tomorrow. Uh but sadly, there'll be a few other delays because we weren't able to watch any of the new Mob episodes.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
Mob will be pushed back, but you guys will still be getting Spy Family and Chainsaw Man next week.
Yes, we're gonna
And
be
if
back on track next week.
yeah,
Um,
more so the week after next.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
we got really behind because of just
because some family
some
issues
family
and
issues that I'd
but
rather not
we're back.
discuss.
We'll be slow on the uptake, but we'll catch back up.
But in
And
the
thankfully for
meantime,
for you guys, this means for the episodes we missed, you guys will be getting more than just one episode a week because we'll be covering 3 episodes of Chainsaw Man, and I'm thinking
yeah,
probably about 2 for Mob, and heck, even I think maybe 2 for Spy Family. Even so,
yeah.
yeah, you guys
So
will be getting multiple episodes covered in one video. It'll be almost like a full on episode of like one of our actual full episodes, like Demon Slayer and whatnot. Which hopefully we will get that out at some point because that thing's been flagging behind. So that
yeah, but it had to sit on the back burner
had
for
to
a bit because
it has
we had to get the big stuff to take precedence. So
we had to get the big stuff, and then the curse of MJ hit us, and
yeah,
the family stuff came up.
yeah, because I got sick, I got strep,
Uh,
and then right
then
after that, I had the family issues popped up. So
I'd argue it might be worse than whenever Tanya cursed our asses,
definitely
but
worse, definitely.
it's a lot worse. At
Look,
least Tanya got out at a
Look,
decent time.
Tanya reincarnated again, and she was back for blood.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But hey, we got 3 episodes of fucking Chainsaw Man to cover.
yes, and
So
let me just tell you how stoked I was to watch
uh
these because in the meantime that we haven't been doing episodes, I might have gone a little overboard with
yep.
I bought every single Chainsaw Man volume there is to buy.
Yeah, within the span of what, like a week?
And within the week, I read all 11 volumes
Uh-huh.
and I crushed it. That shit
Uh-huh.
was crazy. But it was really cool to
Hmm.
compare the two. Um and now
Yeah. But
I'm just
speaking of that,
I'm not in this huge like what the fuck state while we're watching
like
too. So
you know what's going on, but even at the same time, even though you know what's going on, you still can't wait for the next episode because you want to see how they're going to do the shit coming up next
oh
and
dude.
whatnot. Because like that's like I said when I was telling you, because I knew you were going to be hesitant about reading it, but I was like, nah, dude, listen, reading it will just enhance your experience of watching it.
Well, Bobsto kind of just got to me a little bit because he
Uh-huh.
just like
I whispered in his
every
ear.
time I went to Barnes and Noble, he was just like, Psst, "Hey, Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man,
Man, hey, get that
Chainsaw,
shit. You know
hey,
you want it.
there's Chainsaw Man." And see me,
Uh-huh.
my little humble self, I'm trying to read Goblin Slayer. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stick with my Goblin Slayer. So I go up there. I'm going to get 4 volumes of Goblin Slayer. I get up there. They don't have the consecutive volume that I want. They only had 4, and I'm kind of pissed about it. So
Uh-huh.
I got the 4th volume of Goblin Slayer, and I'm like, well, what else can I get? I just want to get 4 volumes today, and I don't really want to order anything offline. So I was sitting there, I was like,
Uh-huh.
huh. I got to looking around, and just so happened that they had Chainsaw Man on a freaking
Tape.
on a fucking table right in the center of the
Yeah.
manga section. And
Yeah, man.
I'm like, if this isn't fate screaming at me in the face,
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
what
like
it is.
even Faye is like, yo, dude, watch that, read that shit. Read that, do it.
So
It'll only make your life better.
my pride was shot, and I sent Boston or
Uh-huh.
Bobster the picture of my shame. Bought
Uh-huh.
the first 3, and I got home and I started reading it, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. I get to the 3rd volume, and I'm like, I need more of this in my fucking life. I need to
Yeah.
go right now. And
Uh-huh.
I ended up buying all of it within the span of a fucking week.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Hmm.
but I might have a
But yeah.
problem. I might have a problem.
No, no, no. Listen, it's all good. You're collecting manga. It's not a problem.
I've got an
You're you're
addiction,
you're
man. Like, I gotta
you're
have my
enriching
fix.
you're enriching your life with wonderful, wonderful manga. Uh,
But with
but
all that,
um,
let's kick
with
it
all
off.
that, this will
Episode
make that.
4.
Well, 1 second before we do, I will say that this will make our discussions a lot more interesting. I hope, and also we'll be make sure. I think I want to make sure that we don't touch on plot details until they actually happen in the
I will
anime.
not. We will
Yeah.
we will go
So
from
yeah.
we will go
So
from
we'll go from
episode to manga
episode to
based.
episode. Yeah. Yeah.
We will not be giving any
We
spoilers.
won't for any anime onlys. There'll be no spoilers. We'll only discuss
None.
about what's covered in the actual
But
episode
I
itself.
will say, get ready. That's all
Get
I'm
ready.
gonna say.
Shit's gonna get fucking good.
Shit's gonna go. Shit's about
Hi.
to go down.
So yeah. So episode 4.
Yes, dude. Oh man, it's been we've been waiting like what 3 weeks to watch the
Yeah.
episode 4. We finally
Me.
got to it tonight.
Yeah.
Before
Mhm.
we started recording this episode. So like being able to like jump back into it was a little bit of a weird situation for me coming back from somebody who just binged the whole series.
Uh-huh.
Because the comparison between the art style in the manga compared to Mappa is substantially better. Like
Yeah.
the art style is very rustic, very very edgy in the manga.
Yeah.
But
It's
with
very rough.
Mappa, yeah,
It's got a very rough aesthetic to it, which I think
yeah.
adds to the feel of it in
Oh
the
yeah,
manga. But yeah.
definitely, especially when he goes
Yeah.
chainsaw. So like
Yeah, dude.
definitely on that note. Oh, but with Mappa, oh my gosh, they really just took this whole anime to a whole new level when it come to animation. Speaking
Uh-huh.
of animation, it cuts us right into a little bit of Power's backstory.
Yeah.
And we get some really, really beautiful visuals within this time. So like,
I love that shit.
oh,
Like I
me
was hoping
too.
that we'd get this part of the flashback because it's really good, especially with her talking about blood and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
But
dude.
it's such a nice just a little just another little bit of her, going out, vibing with Meowie,
Yeah,
eating
she
animals,
eating cow's ass.
grow,
She really was.
growing that bond.
Yeah, so
Um
the cool thing that it touched on, which I really appreciate, is that the difference in Meowie and the other animals, where she looked at other
mhm.
animals for food, she
Yeah,
finally saw blood in a different
yeah.
light for her, which
Mhm.
she felt the warmth from the
The
blood
warmth
rather
of
than the
it, yeah.
taste. And I thought that was really,
Mhm.
really cool and really well
Yeah.
touched
And
on.
then we get the fucking scene of her running down the road.
Oh yeah, buck
And it's
naked.
so nice, and she's thinking about, oh man, like usually I see life as like basically equally worthless
Yeah.
and just as sustenance. So why am I getting so upset over a cat?
She's just going through like a whole like
And
crisis
yeah,
situation over her
uh
cat.
huh. And she even like falls over, and it's such a nice scene
Yeah,
that's
because
captured extremely well.
yeah, and then we get this really really awesome visual of her being inside the guts of the bat demon, caressing the
Yeah.
cat within the cage, and
Hmm.
then it cuts and fades away to her just being on the ground, laying in the guts that are just scattered everywhere from the bat demon.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
that was crazy, crazy, crazy. I just cannot.
Uh,
The way the guts looked, and then it cut over to the bat devil's fucking half of his head just sitting over there. I was like,
hmm.
holy crap, that looks nice. And
And so she wakes up, she sees Denji, and she's like, "Oh man, why'd you fucking save me? I tried to kill you." And then Denji responds in the only way Denji can.
for titties.
That is, he's like, "Yo, I'm so glad that they added the little fucking air squeeze
Yeah, dude,
from the
he just
manga."
like he just points at her tits and then gropes the
And he
air.
just
It's just
throws the air. It's like, oh man, humans are fucking
he
foolish.
needs his titty squeeze as promised.
Yeah, man. Exactly. And it's just like,
Um,
fine, I guess. And he's super excited. I love this bit so much. He like yells, like he's celebrating and whatnot. Immediately, his arm gets fucking blown.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
And I like how how the scream of excitement and celebration fades into
And
a
it's
fucking
just
scream of
this
pain.
super big slow mo like version of it. He just throws his fucking arm off and gets blasted off. He's just like, yeah. Oh shit!
Shit, no.
Now he's just missing an arm.
Props to Denji's voice actor. Like I said, it's
Dude.
fucking amazing that this is like this guy's first major role and he's already knocking it out of the park.
Hell of a method actor. I
Do we
doubt
see
that he got
what
his
fuck-
arm blown off though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Some people were very committed to their work.
I mean, look at the Joker. Ooh,
Yeah, man.
Too
Ooh.
soon. Too soon.
Shit. Nah, that was like 2008. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Anyway,
Yeah. But yeah. We see what blew his fucking arm off is this big fucking. It's the fucking leech devil, and man,
the
I love
leech
how
devil.
like this shit already looked pretty gross in the manga, but I like how they make it look extra gross and
dude,
slimy.
long nipple, titty
And the
sagging,
fucking long nipples.
titty sagging, long neck, tentacly penis looking
Yeah, man.
bitch. That's what the fuck.
So
and
she
it had
comes out.
hair.
I'd call her Queen Becky.
Queen Becky. I don't know about
Because
that.
you know she's like
she wasn't a
comes in,
Becky.
like, yo,
she was just like,
she's
hey,
like,
you
"Oh,
killed the
man,
love of
you
my
killed-
life.
You killed my man.
That's not
Oh,
Queen. That's
fucking
not Queen.
Although you looking pretty cute though.
That's not Queen Becky. That's just
Yeah.
Queen whore. That's what the
No,
fuck
I'm just
is.
imagining her as like a valley girl. It's like, you killed my man.
You killed my man. But, ooh, you look cute. Look
You
at
look cute though.
Oh
Look at you.
my God. He's just like, she's like, since you look so cute, I'll let you go. I'll let you live. And he's just like,
I'll let you live.
what about them? And she's like, they die.
They fucking died. And then she's like, oh fuck no.
He's like, nah.
I have that.
I got my titty squeeze coming to me. And he took this shit to a whole fucking new level. This battle was crazy.
It's fucking insane.
Well, first of all, he went back into chainsaw mode, and all you got with his little bitty nubs. He was a cold, okay? He was just cold.
Yeah, man. Well, he's like super low in blood. He's also lost an arm, so that's not helping. So it's literally just a little fucking this little half chub of a chainsaw. It's a half chub.
Yeah, so he's just got this little half chub sticking out of his fucking head and out of his arm. And he's just like going for it. He rushes in. We get these really cool, smooth, like animations of him rushing away from the tentacles, and like you can see how fast he is moving with the animation, and that's how fucking cool it looks. Like he's running through her legs. He's like just gliding up her arms, slashes her fucking throat.
For as fucked up as he is, he's doing well, and even in the manga, like it's like one and done. Like he's pretty much done.
Yeah, this
but
like
here
in the manga,
they add so much.
Like he's
to
running
like in desperation.
Yeah, he's like running down the street, and she slings shit at him. It's taking out fucking like
base almost instantly.
Like no, he's like it's taken out like all the surrounding buildings and shit.
Yeah,
like so much was added to the battle that I really like.
Yeah. And then especially just like 3 different phases to this little fight that's happening, because like you first start with that, then she loses his fucking chainsaw, pulls the cord again, and the fight fucking picks up again, and he's like slipping on the guts of the Bat Devil. And he even tries wrapping the guts around you.
Like him trying to gain his traction off the guts was really, really cool.
Yeah.
He was tripping and slipping and having some really big issues trying to get through that terrain. And like Bopsto said, he started grabbing the guts from the Bat Demon and wrapping it around her fucking legs. But this was at the point before this. He talked about the dream battle. Everybody was just shitting on his dream
battle. Yeah.
He's fucking squeeze tits.
Tired. He's like, man, everyone's shit talking my fucking dreams and shit talking me. What? So what, you want fucking revenge? Fuck that. You want to protect your family? Fuck that shit. Who cares about that? I only care about my dream,
I
bitch.
only care
My
about
dream is
titties.
I want some titties. People say it's stupid, but I think they're stupid. So how about this? We'll have a fucking dream battle. And if I kill you, your dream is worth less than my tit.
Dude, I absolutely love how the
It's like,
emotions carried over into this.
yeah,
Because, like, reading it, you could sense the emotion in Denji, and they carried
yeah.
it over. The voice actor for Denji is so fucking
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah,
So good.
he's fucking losing it, laughing. He's fucking part of it. His eye is partially popping
Yeah,
out.
like, after he, like, knocks her to the ground, she just gets back up, starts slapping them with her penis arms.
Yeah,
And his fucking eyeballs just popping out of his head. He's half baked. He's just in fucking instinct mode. And he
hmm
rushes up, glides up her tentacle, about to stab her in the fucking face, and she just thrusts her tongue through his fucking chest.
yeah, dude.
And as he's just hanging there and he's about to get eaten, he's just, just sitting there, just in fucking fight or flight mode, just
Uh
there.
huh.
All of a
Yeah,
sudden, we
and
get
then
this really cool
we,
overlay of a fucking
yeah, man.
hand centering around this
hmm
woman's hand, like a head, in a wolf form, and then all of a sudden he
And
says,
sudden,
"Come,"
cold.
and it
And
fucking
fucking,
snaps the goddamn wolf out of the ground and just eats her fucking head. Nothing else,
yeah.
just her fucking head, and
hmm
it looks sick.
Yeah,
It
man.
looks so
Yeah,
sick.
dude, Colin looks real good. Like Colin already looks really good in the manga, but she looks even better
Cone looks
here.
crazy, and I had no clue it was a female. That was added.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Mhm.
so cool that it was a
I
female
could have
dog.
sworn they referred to the Fox Devil as a guy in
They
the
just referred
manga.
to it as
The
either by
Fox Devil, yeah,
name or the Fox
or the
Devil.
Fox Devil, yeah. But yeah,
And man, Fox Devil ate that bitch up. Maki
hmm
saved the day, and
yeah.
he's taking Denji off, and Denji's still on his
He fucking takes
murderous
Dingy, and as soon
rant.
as he picks Dingy, and Dingy is fucking, he's like in a mixture of like shock, like he is like laughing in like a puddle of fucking guts when Aki picks him up. Fucking Dingy's like screaming, just
Yeah, he's
screaming.
like screaming and grunting. He's on this murderous rant. Is just what he
Yeah,
is.
it's
Like I said,
probably also
he
he's
is all
probably in extreme
instinct.
pain as well.
Like he's just all instinct at this point.
Uh-huh.
And after all this, he wakes up in the hospital, and Aki. This is Aki's chance to scold Denji as he's laying
Yeah,
there
man.
carving up his apples and not letting Denji get his fucking apples
Yeah.
taken.
Yeah.
He
He's like, yo, we thought
explains. Go ahead.
we. He's like, yo, man, we saw you guys on surveillance cameras going to where the Bat Devil was suspected to be. If we didn't notice you guys leaving your fucking spot, your area, you probably would be dead.
Yeah, you'd probably just be
My only,
fucking toast.
and he's like, my only
Um,
question is like, why the fuck are you covering for power even though she tried to kill you? You know, I could have you both fucking exterminated right now while this is happening. Dingy's trying to get the fucking apples.
yeah, he's just trying to
Like
get the
fucking,
apples, and he's just like,
like,
power's pretty cool. Like,
uh-huh.
and this was really, really neat. Aki is just having such a hard time understanding. Excuse
hmm
excuse me. He's having a really, really hard time like understanding why Dingy wants to help devils. But
hmm
Dingy explains it in a way that he's just in his own world where everybody is his friend at this point.
Yeah.
Which is kind of neat. And
hmm
Aki's just like, whatever, dude. She tried to kill you, but I will keep them from murdering both of you if you do me
hmm
one fucking thing and one thing only. And he says, what? Aki's just like, fucking listen to me, you cunt. Like,
Listen to me and learn some fucking manners.
he's just like, learn manners and do what I say. And you think like this whole shit's just gonna break down, but then he's like, okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
I like how also in this scene he's like, then he's like, listen, like I'm serious about this shit too, no matter how small my goals might seem.
Exactly. Dingy just wants his apples, and
He wants his apples, man.
he's explaining that he wants what Aki wants just as bad. He just has different goals about it.
Mhm.
And I think that's where Aki finally just, had a brain fart and said, oh, he's
Yeah.
just like me, but just different. And
Yeah.
we share common interests is essentially what I think he got. But Denji saves Power, and Power lives to see another day.
Yeah.
Aki returns home after reporting about the devil's actions. And they're just sitting in their home, just having a normal day off, making lunch
Dude,
with
I like this little
Denji.
montage
Yeah, me
of Aki
too.
going throughout his like day-to-day life.
He's just having his little, he's brushing his teeth, having a shower, cooking lunch.
Making some
Denji's
coffee.
making
Yeah.
some curry. And then all of a sudden, we get a very aggressive knock at the door. And guess who it is? It's Power.
Here's Power.
Here's Power. And she don't flush her turds for no one.
She's the worst roommate ever.
So
she's that one roommate.
Yeah, she doesn't flush her turds. She doesn't shower. She flings her food across. She doesn't eat her vegetables. And Aki's just like, why are you putting all the psychos in my house?
Yeah, and Aki was just like, oh, I felt like she'd be in a better spot if she just lives at your place with Denji.
Yeah, and Aki's just like, whatever. Hangs up the phone. They're trying to like teach Power how to live in the home, and then Denji's cleaning up the toilet.
Flush, she fucking clogs the toilet as well.
That wasn't in the manga, by the way. That was added too. I thought that was kind of
neat. That's kind of funny because I mean she's so used to fucking living with like other people.
No, she's used to being out in the woods, buck naked, just eating animals and shitting and pissing wherever she wants, But we get
even though Denji fucking had used the entire fucking roll, at least he didn't clog the toilet.
Exactly. But we get a final scene of Denji cleaning up the toilet, and Power walks up. And Denji's like, "You're gonna clean up this fucking toilet," and Power's just like, "Hey." She points at her tits, does the little squeeze sign, and she says, "I owe you."
Yeah, man. Hey, you wanna claim your prize?
And Denji's just like, "Oh shit, this is the moment." She sits down on the toilet, closes the door, and she says, "You get three squeezes. One for saving me, one for saving Meowie, and I can't remember the third one.
I think the third one is for him covering for her.
Either covering for her or killing the Bat Devil.
Yeah, it's not one of those.
But Denji is just we're bleeding into episode 5, by the way.
That's why this transitions really into it because I'm pretty much done about talking about episode 4.
We're just bleeding into episode 5, but
yeah. So yeah, did I like this opening scene because it's filled with so much fucking tension with Denji just like shook up and oh
yes,
shit.
Dude, he's just like
the fucking moment.
He's breathing hard, his face is red, his heart rate, you can hear his heart and shit, and he's just like, okay, it's my time. So he goes in, he grabs it. And Power immediately upplays the squeeze.
Yeah, she starts fucking with them.
Oh my god, it feels so good.
Yeah, man. Dude, this shit's great.
Crazy,
it's awesome. And then some fucking breast pads fall out. It's like, oh. It's like, of course, Power's the type of person that fucking stuff her shirt.
It's so stupid. This scene's so fucking funny. And then, like, she's like, okay, two more. So he goes in, he gets that second squeeze, he comes back out. She's like, okay, last one. He goes back in.
This one count.
He goes in. It's just a normal fucking squeeze. She gets up. You're done. But she's super proud of you, buddy. It must be a lucky man getting to squeeze the Blood Devil's tits.
Yeah, man. and then it just cuts to the next day, and Denji's just zoned the fuck out.
Denji's just very underwhelmed about the whole
underwhelmed.
experience.
He's so disappointed. He's just zoned the fuck out.
Yeah, Denji's sitting there doing his fucking crazy dumbass paperwork for killing the Bat Devil, and Denji gets a how to How to Feel a Woman 101 from Makima.
Yeah, man, he gets that sex ed.
So she pulls him in. She says, "Hey, I've learned from experience that the more you know somebody, the greater
better
the
it is."
sex." And
Yeah.
she's like, you have to memorize everything about your partner. The way they look,
Mm-hmm.
how they breathe, what their favorite foods are, even the bite. And she grabs his hand, bites his finger, and says, "Memorize my bite." At this point,
Mm-hmm.
Denji's just completely overstimulated.
Yeah, man,
he
because he's
got
like,
three.
"Oh, what the
Look,
fuck's
no,
going on?"
you don't
Like,
get
he
it.
went from being a fucking zombie to being immediately activated.
You have to think about it though. This man just got 3 booby squeezes, and he got to another chick flirting with him, and another
Yeah.
tit squeeze. He got
Uh-huh.
another one.
Because she also guided his hand to her fucking
This
tit.
man got that squeeze
Yeah, man.
and then had a fucking mental breakdown.
Yeah, man. There's some really good shots in the scene. Like, there's one where like the little like bookshelf is dividing them,
Yeah, the
and there's also
bookshelf.
there's a really cool shot of like the sun reflecting off of Makima's eye, which
It's
looks really
also
fucking
reflecting really
pretty.
well off of Dingy,
Yeah.
like off the side of his face. It looks really, really cool.
Which small cultural thing with the stamps. I don't know if you know this, but in Japan, rather than signing signatures with pens, they have a stamp they carry with their family name.
Yeah, some people still do that though.
Yeah.
Like big families, they have a crest, and they'll
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
rich families mostly. They have their own like
Yeah.
family crests, and they stamp their letters and invitations
Mhm.
with them. I
But
had
yeah,
one
but
at
most,
one point actually. I had a stamp
that's
with my
cool.
name on it, and I lost it. I don't know where the fuck it went.
That's cool.
I'm not
But yeah,
rich.
most Japanese citizens will have a small stamp with the kanji of their initials on it.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
But Makima has a role for Denji to play.
Yeah, she's like, listen, I got one request for you. You see, there's this bitch ass devil called the Gun Devil, and he hasn't been seen since he first emerged. If you can kill this dude, then hey, I'll let you do anything you want with me.
Yeah, hefty motivation. This
Yeah,
whole episode is just sexualized in general.
yeah.
But
And
it moves on.
Yeah, it's fueling Dingy's want for fucking affection and genuine human connection
It
and
is.
whatnot.
It's like it's
Yeah.
getting more into the depth of what Dingy actually got
Really
into this
wants.
for.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
really like that. It's actually showing progression, like character progression.
Yeah. So
But we get an intro of the casualties of what the
of the
Gun
Gun Devil.
Devil
So
is capable of, and
I
we get
love I love the lore of the Gun Devil so much.
me
It's
fucking too,
so it's
dude.
like so basically like after certain war basically most nations, especially America, bought up a shit ton of guns to help fight against devils. However, because of that, it led to an increase in gun crimes and fears of firearms in general. And we get this cool montage as Makima is explaining this with like people like footage of people fucking dying in foreign conflicts and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then we
Get this really
um
cool fucking
cool
backstory.
yeah, it's basically on one day America suffered a horrible gun attack, which I'm wondering if it might be 9/11. I'm not too sure, or if it's an event in the Chainsaw Man universe
I think it's
similar
just
to 9/11.
I think it's just the Chainsaw Man universe,
Yeah,
because if you think
yeah,
about
but
it, he
it's
hit
based
more than
it's
just one place.
yeah, but no, what I'm saying is that the crime in general. I don't know if it was 9/11 or if it's just another
I don't think
terrorist attack that was on the scale
I
of it.
I
But
doubt
yeah,
it.
so this one this one gun related terror attack caused the gun devil to emerge because of the collective fear of the public. And fuck man.
It's really
It's
fucking
we get
crazy.
it,
We
and I
get
like the
this
smooth transition into the flashback as
Yeah,
well.
like we get this really nice flashback of a house just in the middle of nowhere, and we get this kid in the
Mm-hmm.
bed, he's sick, and in walks in very familiar face, but not quite so familiar for us at
Hmm.
first. It's
Yeah.
Aki.
Yeah.
Aki is sitting there, or not, excuse me, his brother is laying in bed sick, and Aki comes into the room and says, "Hey, Dad, let's go play some catch." And his family immediately starts shitting on him. He's like, "Why would you want to
Yeah.
play catch at a time like this when your brother's so sick?" And Aki's just like, "He's
You could
always
catch a
fucking
cold.
sick." Like,
Yeah.
he's always fucking sick, whatever. And then his brother springs up into action. He's like, I want to go play. And this is probably like one of the most beautifully like stunning snow
Oh
scenes
man,
I've seen in an
it's so
anime.
it's really good.
You get the really nice like background trees and snow falling while you got the centerpiece with them. Like you can still see the focus on the characters and their footsteps in the snow. Like they're
Hmm.
having like a really fun snowball fight, and their fucking
Yeah,
hands get red because they're cold.
because they're
Like
cold.
so many they're so good. So many good details
It's so
added to
good.
this.
I think there's some like flowers there as well, so there's some added color from that, and it's
Yeah,
just
like it's just really
it's
fucking
such a
pretty.
nice looking scene.
Well, as
And
go ahead, go ahead.
and so basically the younger brother is like, hey, let's my hands are getting cold, and he's like, oh, listen, you know, it'd warm your hands up pretty well. A nice game of catch. Hey, go go get our gloves, and I'll wait here.
Yeah.
And so he's watching his brother go back into the house. His brother looks outside the door, and what fucking happens?
Oh man. His shit gets pushed in like the nerd that he is.
Yeah, man,
Based
that
nerd.
fucking gun, that gun devil's like, you fucking nerd. He
Dude,
fucking wipes the shit out.
look, that was such perfect time. You can't tell me that wasn't directed.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
it just pushed his house out of the fucking I was so
Uh
excited
huh.
to see this animated because in the manga it just shows the house exploding, but it doesn't
Yeah.
show the push of the house. It just shows his house
Hmm.
exploding. It cuts off to the next scene. But in this one, you just see
Yeah.
a demolished like landslide of fucking
Hmm.
destruction coming through the
And that's
house.
the other sort of horrific thing about the gun devil is no matter where it emerges, the sheer force of it coming into being causes a shockwave so big that it affects multiple countries.
Yeah, dude, like it is insane how much damage this devil can do in such a short
Hmm.
amount of time. I think within like
Actually,
5 whole minutes, he took
hmm,
out like what 40 million lives.
it's a 1.2 million.
Okay, I was way off. Okay,
Yeah,
1.2
but
million.
it was still a shit ton of people from across the globe.
Dude, it
Um,
like it was
I wonder if
insane.
the places with the highest kill counts are places where the fear of guns is most prevalent.
Maybe? I don't know because it
Yeah,
hit
that'd be
Russia.
interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
It hit Russia, and I'm pretty sure Russia isn't scared
Mhm.
of guns.
Well, in this universe, because like the nation, like worldwide, people became anxious over guns because of all the countries stockpiling on them,
I guess that's
and
understandable.
the increased gun crime due to some of them getting taken by people who might not do very good things with them.
Yeah,
Um,
but
but yeah, over a fucking million people were killed, and so that's where this whole thing comes out, where pieces of the gun devil's body were left behind after it disappeared, and I
yeah,
love the fucking look of them because I was curious as to
dude.
how they because in the manga they just look like regular like metal casings that attract to each other.
No, because in the
Yeah,
manga it actually had like the veins on them, but they weren't very
yeah,
detailed.
but then
But it showed some insanely like
mhm,
grotesque detail to them that I
yeah,
just you have to appreciate because
uh,
when you take it away by itself, it's just a bullet with some really cool
with
like
some veins on
some
it.
veins on it.
Yeah,
But when you put it into the pile, it connects with the
yeah,
other veins into this giant ball.
and
It's
I like how here in the anime they added some extra detail to make sure to make yeah, these are organic pieces
yeah, dude. It
because they have like
really
slime and shit on them.
it
Because like
looked
in the manga,
cool.
it just looks like it's just bullets with like some veins on it. But here they went the extra mile to show these are actually parts of a body.
Well, like yeah, so like it's explained that the parts of the gun devil was split up so that devils
Hmm.
could consume them and gain power from them.
Hmm.
And it makes sense because if you think about it, whenever a devil joins within the body of another human, like with Denji,
Hmm.
it does this
Yeah.
like pulsing like veiny effect. So I'm wondering if like when they consume it, if it goes in and it just latches on and it grows and it mutates and it just I wonder how like the animation looks to it. If
Yeah,
I
it,
know
it
we'll
would it
never
would look pretty
see
neat.
it. Like I know we'll never
Yeah.
see it, but I got to thinking about it. I have it in my notes. That's why I wanted to mention it. Like
Hmm.
just the effect it would do. I think it would. I think it'd be really really cool looking.
Yeah. And so Aki is we get a cut to like Aki cutting open this big fish monster, which is a reference to a Junji Ito story. And it gets one out of that.
So
And
what story are you talking about?
Gyo, it's like a story about about this like disease that spreads that causes things to basically rot and fill up with gas,
Hmm.
and they become attached to these like machines that are fueled by the gas and are controlled by it. So it's like these horrific like fish monsters with like metallic machines controlling them.
Neat. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I can send you a picture later of it.
Definitely
But
do
yeah,
that.
there's one where one of the monsters in it is a shark and it looks almost like that.
Yeah. So
But
with all
yeah.
this knowledge now, it's time to go on a job to kill another devil with a piece of the gun devil within it with the boys.
Hmm.
It's the whole squad this time. Which I think they're called what are they called? It's something Division 4, I think.
Oh, Division 4. Yeah, that's Aki's
Yeah,
division, I
so
believe.
within
Yeah.
Division 4, we've got some new characters. So we
Yeah, we
got the
got
original characters. We got Aki, we got Power, we got Denji,
Shinji.
and then we get four new characters. Go take it
Hmm.
away, Bopsto.
We got Himeno. She's Aki, basically Aki's mentor
Yes.
and partner, and she's got a cool eye patch. She's very very aloof and very confident about herself, likes fucking with people.
Very much so.
Uh, we have Arai, who's a just a very clean cut dude. He's, in fact, I say out of the group of the three, Arai is like the one I've always been least interested in because he's
Long,
just a dude.
tall, and handsome type.
He's just, yeah, he's just a dude.
He is.
Like
He's just a
that's all
normal
he is.
person.
And then you got the weirdo of the group, fucking Kobini.
Kobini is not a weirdo. She's a
She,
psychopath. There's a
she's this.
difference. Like, dude, don't call her weird.
Psychopaths at
She
least
is
know their
way. She is way past weird
psychopaths.
at that point, dude.
She is extremely extremely horrifically neurotic,
It is
and we'll see
insane. Well, yeah,
that.
we'll definitely get into
We'll
that.
definitely see that. We get into that because like shit, man.
Man, so like with all the introductions being made, they introduce Dingy and Power, and Dingy and
Yeah,
Power introduce themselves in a very crude way.
yeah,
I
man.
really like this scene because Aki's just like, I told you guys to watch your manners, and they just jump up in his face like, who are you talking to like that? You think you can talk to me like that? I am watching my manners, bitch. I'll get up in your
Yeah.
face. And he's just like,
Uh huh.
hey,
Here's some gum.
shut up. Take my gum.
Shut up. Take my gum. And they immediately fucking.
Yes,
It's
sir.
like it's like training dogs almost. Like it's
It's
like
fucking
here's your positive reinforcement.
it's so fucking cool, dude. But
Hmm.
they're all talking about this gun devil, mutated devil inside of here, which we'll get more into the name of the devil they're fighting in a minute. Um,
Yeah.
they Dingy's just like, this is stupid. I want a reward, and we get this
And
really awesome motivation.
yeah, man, Jimena's like, yo, whoever kills it will get a kiss on the cheek from me, yours truly. And fucking Dingy and Arai is like freaking out. It's like, how could you? The person is not married because he's like a very straight cut, what I'd say
Traditional,
model, traditional. I'd say almost model Japanese citizen.
yeah.
Where he's like, how could you be so indecent to do that, huh? And Dingy's just not having it. He's like, I already got my goal set in mind. Like I know
I'm
who I'm
out
gonna
to kill the
kiss.
gun devil.
Yeah,
I don't need your
and then
pesky I don't need your pesky little peck on the
be
cheek.
gone, thought.
Yeah, be gone, thought.
And that's
Until he gives her a little
until
bit more.
yeah, man, until Himeno adds some stakes to him, which is like, hey, listen, yo, Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, and she's like, "Yo, listen, for you, if you can kill it, I'll kiss you. I'll throw in some tongue. I'll kiss you on the mouth."
I'll give you some tongue. And
I was
then
like, "Oh
that
shit,
changed
man!"
the whole game. He rushes into the building. We're getting this the Beavis Butthead laugh that he's got going on
Yeah,
down the
he's
hallway. He's got his tongue sticking out the whole time,
get
and
out. Yeah, dude.
him and Long, Tall, and
And
Handsome are running down the hall, just trying to fucking fight each other over who's gonna kill the demon first.
uh huh.
Because Denji's just
Um,
wanting that tongue, and the other guy's just like, "I'll just take the kiss on the cheek," because he secretly wants it. He secretly
yeah,
wants that.
yeah, man.
And
And then
she's just
so,
she's
oh
getting a kick
well,
out of it just watching him do
yeah,
it.
man. And all while Aki and Himeno just sort of laying back. So Aki's like, "Well, so how's your crew hanging? How are your recruits?" He's like, "Well, they're kind of odd, but I think they might be capable."
Yeah,
And she's like, "What about you, Aki?" It's like, "Oh man, I'm not so sure, man. Like, most people they die or go private."
yeah, rookies are just rookies. I
Yeah,
really
it's like,
like
oh
this
man,
scene though, because like I have this written down. It's like they have this main conversation with the craziness of the conversation in the background going on
yeah,
between
yeah,
everybody else. Like you can hear Power in the
yeah,
background, like
yeah.
talking.
Power's joining in as well because she's what she thinks they're fighting.
Look,
She thinks
Power,
it's fighting.
Dingy, this other guy, and then Kobini. They're all just like trying to like get in each other's fucking skin, just nonsense. And they're
Yeah,
just having a
man.
casual conversation over the top of it. I just love how it's just all layered. And
Yeah, it's really good. And so we get some backstory for Himeno for when she met Aki. And man,
yeah.
I listen for I love as like one of the side characters. I really like Himeno because like her whole deal is like
No.
she is tired.
You kind of jumped ahead a little bit.
No. There's the back because like as soon as after Aki asks her, we cut to her in the graveyard
Okay, yeah,
and being
her, but
assigned Aki.
she
Yeah.
didn't she hadn't met Aki yet though.
No. This is when she's assigned Aki from Kishibe.
Yeah, this okay. I just thought you were jumping into
Yeah.
the other scene, so my bad.
No. There's a second scene, but this is when she was assigned him.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
we're on the same
shortly
page
after
then.
it's shortly after she just lost one of her partners.
Yeah,
And from the looks of it, that's been a bad habit with her. Like she's almost like bad luck in that every person she's
she's.
assigned with
I
has
think in the
died before
manga,
her.
I think she's done lost like 5 rookies at
She's
this
lost a
point.
lot of people, and and you
Um,
can tell like it's wearing down on her to the point where she's like, I don't want another one.
yeah, but
She's just gonna die.
my boy Scarface showed up in the
Yeah, man.
flesh, and
I can't wait to talk
Sanity.
more. I can't wait to talk more about him
Oh, me too.
when he
But
becomes more
this,
prevalent.
you have to understand that this man's sanity is faced at the bottom of his bottle. Like he don't give a
Uh huh.
shit. He says
Yeah,
you're
dude.
nobody if you're sane in this business.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I love Kishibe's whole philosophy.
God, he's
Like
so
you
fucking
got to be
awesome.
a little insane to survive. And as you see in Chainsaw Man, like that holds very much true.
It really does.
Like
Like
the
it's
characters that make it are the ones that had a few screws loose.
uh-huh. It man, I love that guy. I can't wait till we get more in depth with
Yeah.
him. Especially
Hmm.
with some of the stuff that happens in the later
Later.
portions.
Yeah.
It gets really, really good. But after this
Hmm.
cutscene, we can come back into the hotel and we get this really gruesome looking like head with feet coming out of
Yeah,
a
dude.
room. And
Yeah.
it lunges straight for Kobini, and um,
Himeno.
Himeno,
Himeno.
him, him,
Yeah.
him, he, oh, how do you say it?
Himeno.
That's
Himeno.
stupid.
Yeah. But she fucking lunges out her hand. She's like, "Yo, Ghost, grab that bitch!"
Yeah, like
And you
she
just see
reaches
a
out her hand
fucking
and just grabs, and it crushes his head, and Power rushes in and splits his fucking head in two.
yeah, man.
And then Power tries to take all the fucking credit.
Yeah, man. She's like, see, it's so. She's almost like she reminds me of Inosuke a little bit,
Dude, yeah, I could definitely fucking
because
see
like
that.
her whole thing is like as soon as a fight starts, she immediately locks in and activates.
Yeah, she
And
definitely
you can
has some
hear
Inosuke energy.
she's like showboating about. I was like, hey, look, I fought. You're so scared of me. You're frozen midair.
It was so funny. And then we get Jimena's like explanation of what her powers are, and it's called Ghost.
Yeah,
And it's
it's the
just
Ghost
this
Devil.
really sick ass ghost arm. Like
Yeah.
it looks amazing. It looks like Yuji's demon
Sukuna. It looks
Sukuna
like Sukuna.
Sukuna's hand, like with the tongue. Or
Mhm.
even that guy from Naruto. I can't remember his name either.
Oh, Datara.
Datara,
Or
that was his
Datara.
name.
Yeah, he's the guy. The art, Mr. Hipster art but art as an explosion man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like
but
it's just a ghost hand with a mouth inside of the hand or the palm of the hand.
yeah, man.
It looks really
And so,
sick.
and I like the explanation. Like her, so the one thing I like is I like how contracts are done, where every devil you make a contract with will want something in return.
Yeah.
So with Aki, whenever he uses calm, he has to use a part of his body.
Skin.
And for Himeno, she gave the ghost devil her right eye to be able to use a right arm.
Yeah, which is crazy that you just give up an eyeball. It's crazy what you have to sacrifice just to be part of this.
Well, most devils aren't going to do that shit for free. You're a fucking human. You can fuck off for all they care.
Yeah, they really don't
But
give a fuck,
dude. If they get a little something in return, then maybe they might lend you a little bit of their power.
Yeah, so like we get a little vision of Power testing Himeno's strength and didn't quite appreciate what she found.
She fucking regretted that instantly.
Yeah, she's like, so what if I kill this one? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? And Jimeno grabs her fucking throat, just picks her up in the air, and she says, well, if you get out of line, I will kill you. And it was so neat because you could see the arm grabbing her at one scene, and then when it clicks over to the next scene, the arm's gone, but you can see the indent of the fingers.
Yeah,
it's like
it's a fucking first person shot from Himeno's perspective, and you just see the arm gone.
Yeah,
and you know what? I wonder if that's how most other people see it.
Yeah, that's how other people see it.
Because it'd be imperceptible. Oh, I feel bad for Power. She tried because what's even more horrifying about the Ghost Devil is when it grabs you, you can't grab it back.
You can't touch it because
it's a fucking ghost.
You can't do anything to it. So you're just there. You're just there hanging.
It can touch you, but you can't touch it, and that's kind of fucking
creepy.
Scary.
It's very, very creepy.
Yeah.
But after this, we get introduced to Mario 64's Never-Ending Staircase.
Yeah, man. Dude, I hope there's an edit of someone adding that music. You see. Come on, guys. You just got to do the backwards long jump. Either that or bulk up on your fucking Power Star.
I had never in my life seen such a crazy trap card.
Yeah, dude.
You stepped into my trap card.
Listen, you should have killed... Which, I mean, as you will find out later, is that killing that one head was the start of many problems.
But during this scene, when they figured out that the staircase was like revolving and never ending, my God, what's her fucking name?
Kobeni?
Kobeni is just losing her fucking shit.
She's losing her mind.
Like, she's just losing her absolute shit. Everybody's just like, oh, this is kind of weird. Kobeni's like,
shit. No, what the fuck? No, you're supposed to go, when you go upstairs, you're supposed to keep going up, not come back down.
What is wrong with you? What is such craziness?
Then again, I think if most people are stuck in it, I think if most people were stuck in an impossible infinite space, then that'd fucking
after
be most people.
After we get this crazy scene of the staircase revolving, that ends that episode. We get an insane outro.
The ending is so. I'm gonna be honest with this episode. This and episode 6 are probably tied for like best intros visually.
This is episode 5.
That's what I'm saying. Is that this and episode is tied? But I'd say the best ending visually is between this one and episode 6's.
Definitely episode 5 for me. Like
episode 5 is fucking.
Gosh, dude, it was such an acid trip, bro. Like with the mirrors of the characters like forming into one another and it bouncing off into a new character, and then
there's various different like abstract pieces of art.
The really cool like black horse in the middle of the hotel room, and then you got the horse at the end with the hands covering over its head, and the fucking like barrels for nose, like gun barrels. Like
Yeah,
it,
I love I love that. There's an entire like it's like a lot of MC Escher shit going on,
it's
and
really cool.
it's
Like
so
we
fucking good.
say,
Especially that
like,
one shot of Himeno where
oh
it's like
yeah.
super stylized and it looks so fucking good.
I just have to tell everybody just because it's already insinuated, but please go watch this if you haven't. It is
Go
so
watch
good.
it. Either that or hey, if you really want to know what if you don't want to wait weekly and you want to know what happens, hey, go read that manga.
Go read that
Because
manga.
I'm gonna be honest, it'll make watching this anime even better.
And just to let everybody know, we're not getting any kickbacks from this.
Mm.
We're just promoters of good anime and manga. We're just
That's actually that's yeah. We both love anime and manga, and like listen,
we
if you
want to
gotta use
grow the
some
community essentially.
yeah, man, like because like this shit's good. It deserves to be watched indoor red or both. Like
We
both is a good fucking option.
Yeah, we definitely want opinions from like the people who follow us, like our followers and stuff.
Yeah,
So please, before we get into this next episode, I just want to tell y'all to please, like, if just like our videos, comment, like, give us some feedback. Like I
correct.
said, if we
Shit,
get big enough, we will make that Discord, and we will like become a whole community. Like I really just want to
yeah,
hear thoughts and ideas and like different aspects of things that me and Bobsto had never even, thought about. And I'm
thought
sure
of
there's
yeah.
people who with those outputs and like or inputs.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely want to hear from you
So
guys.
yeah, so without further ado, episode 6.
Episode
Hey,
6.
this shit's fucking good. So as they
It's
move, they realize, hey, this floor is repeating. That's fucking weird. And so, so Himeno's like, yo, Kavini, hold your hands up at a peace sign. I'm gonna test something out.
she
And
takes a
so they,
sprint up the stairs,
yeah, man.
and
And
she
as they
comes
come
back.
down, Kavini's standing there with their peace sign still up. She's just freaking the fuck out.
Dude, and Aki goes through the hotel or the hotel room and then comes back out the other side. And like I said, at this
Yeah,
point, Kobeni's just lost every bit of sanity
yeah, man. This
already.
man steps through a fucking window into another replica of the same hotel room
It's
and
sick,
comes up.
dude.
Yeah,
It's so
it's fucking
good.
great.
Like just the
Um,
mirror like animation and
yeah.
smoothness of it all. Like I was reading
Mhm,
it and I was like, this is fucking cool, but watching it was even better.
mhm. Dude, the
Like,
looks of the interior design of this fucking hotel is really, really fucking good.
oh
It
yeah.
looks like it's almost photorealistic in certain regards because like it's so super highly detailed.
It is. It's kind of like those scenes in the was it Mob Psycho that we watched with the gym?
Yeah, no, My Dress Up Darling.
That was it. My Dress Up Darling. Like it almost
Yeah,
looked that type of
is
realism.
that
Like
and like the fabric in the fabric shop?
yeah, like it
Like,
just everything was like super duper detailed. And that's the same thing like with most of like the like areas that they're in, other than when they're
especially,
outside, like within the city. Like
especially interiors
oh,
specifically. I've
I would
noticed.
say specifically interiors is what they focused on. Like when they're
Yeah.
inside of buildings, it really shows off that detail around the character.
Uh huh.
Um, but
But it
Kobeni's losing
tracks.
her fucking shit. They get into a hotel room. They're trying to put their heads together. And this is so fucking funny. Like Kobeni is just explaining her sorrows, which is her
Yeah.
background that
Dude,
she wanted
she's had a
to.
fucked up life.
Dude, you're not fucking joking. She wanted to go to
Like,
college, but she's working to put her sister through college because her parents
no, her,
forced
yeah, because
her.
her sibling was the gifted one, meaning they preferred they'd rather the gifted one go to college and have better chances of succeeding rather than letting Kobini go to
It's
college.
just fucked.
And
Like, and
she's
her
forced to
parents,
pay for her siblings' fucking college fund.
like her parents
And
aren't obligated to do that. Like,
yeah,
it's
and
fucked.
the only choices she had was either devil hunting or prostitution.
Yeah, like her
And it's
family
like,
said, "Hey, go do this or go sell your fucking body. I don't give a fuck."
yeah,
It's kind of like in Dingy's situation. I don't care if you have to sell your
maybe
body.
she's related. Maybe she's related to the Yakuza boss. Maybe her
Maybe,
family has
maybe
some
so.
ties. 'Cause,
But
'cause,
Kobeni's
man,
just
that's
sitting there on the bed, just explaining her sorrows to everybody. She's just down and out. She's crying, and Power is just
Yeah.
dying out laughing.
She is laughing. This shit's fucking hysterical.
She's like, look at this bitch's
Hell yeah.
face. Do you see her face? This is
Yeah.
so funny. She's crying,
I'll
loser.
I'll say props to Kabini's voice actor though. She's knocking it out of the park.
Oh, dude, she is pulling off the crazy bitch. That is
Yeah.
Kobeni. Like,
Yeah.
Kobeni has just lost her rocker, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But so what's even worse? So this whole entire situation is like really terrifying.
It
if
is
you're
if
actually
you think
stuck in
about
it.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's infinitely looping. You can't use the elevators. Phones don't work.
Not on top of that, time is frozen.
Frozen. The clocks are frozen to 8:18, meaning
Which
you can't even
means-
tell the time.
Which means that they are frozen in time on the 8th floor, and
Yeah.
nobody can come and save them.
Yeah, he can't even use calm. Like Aki can't even use calm,
Which
because it's
kind
not.
of is crazy because he can't use cone, but Himeno can use hers. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Cone is a summon. Like she's based in Kyoto.
That makes sense.
And the Ghost Devil, I assume, can probably transcend different planes of existence, considering this is like implied to almost be like a pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like, I'm sure the Ghost Devil can like go through many different planes, considering it's a ghost.
Possibly, like that does make sense.
Yeah.
Got that dwarven magic.
So it just adds that sense of fucking isolation.
Yeah.
Of like the one thing that could keep you sane, which is being able to tell what time it is taken away from you.
Yeah, like you just lose track of like your person. Like everything that you've grown up to get used to in life has just been taken away from you all at once.
And I think this episode really does capture well that sense of isolation, because everyone
really
starts to crack.
Like everybody starts to crack, but Kobeni first.
Kobeni first, obviously.
Trying to drink toilet water.
However, Denji, he's finding the brighter side of things. Like, hey, listen, I can sleep whenever I want because you got these nice beds.
Like, I gotta thank this devil for locking us up here. These beds are fucking awesome. And
I can take a fucking nap.
Just fucking goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And as they go to sleep, they start putting their heads together, and they wake Denji up. And Denji's just like, "Hey, have we figured it out yet?" She's like, "No, not really. Kobeni's lost her shit, so I knocked it out because she's drinking toilet water."
It's like Arai's having a fucking panic attack. Fucking Kobeni tried drinking toilet water. Like, this is fucking my dog Skip.
Yeah, it's funny how the most sane people are losing their shit first.
Yeah.
Aki's just kicking back, like, this is happening.
He's just constantly exploring. They do have food, but it's very limited because it's from whatever bags that people who last had it, who are evacuating left.
Yeah, and he's off doing that, and we get this funny scene of Power explaining her Nobel Peace Prize idea.
Yeah, man. Dude, listen, it's diabolical. I like how she just committed herself to that. Yeah, I'm going to win this fucking Nobel Prize so I can take the spot of fucking prime minister and make increase human suffering. The first thing I'll do is 100% sales tax.
Which is crazy. Like, it's fun.
That's fucking I'm going to be honest, that's fucking evil.
But I have to say, there's nothing better than an addiction-riddled backstory flaunting peer pressure.
Yeah, man. Peer pressure of a minor of that.
Yeah, so Himeno is shot back to where she's actually got Aki now, and she's like showing him around, showing him what's for, and she's like, "Hey, you should really understand how smoking works. Like, smoking's the best thing ever. It's like the best vice in the world. And since we're going to be working together for a while, you need to smoke.
Maybe you should start smoking too, yeah."
And Aki's just like, "Nah, it's bad for your bones."
Sorry, man. Listen, I took the DARE program. I see what that shit does. I don't want no part in it. I'm sorry.
So he passes it off, and then we get this cool scene of also another backstory of her in the street getting bitch slapped by a civilian.
I think it's the mother of one of her partners.
It is. Or family member. It was never really discussed.
Our family member.
But the mother
But
slaps her, and then Aki's just shook. Like, what the fuck just
yeah,
happened there, dude? And Aki's just like, nah. She's like, well, since they can't take it out on the devil, they take it out on us. Um, and Aki's just like, nah. He walks off, comes back. She's like, what was that about? And he's like, I stuck gum in her hair.
and
Now
she's
she's
like,
gonna
oh,
walk
shit,
around with
okay.
gum in her hair, and she's not even gonna fucking know it.
hmm I really like the scene because it shows like Aki, despite how straight laced he seems, like he is willing to like get up to a little bit of mischief if it means righting a wrong.
Exactly. Like I
He's
love
he's
Aki's
he's willing to get
character.
even.
Like it's really fucking good.
hmm And so they
But
start to grow and whatnot,
well,
and
it cuts back into them being at the diner, and he finally gives in
yeah,
to the smoke,
hmm
and he says, "This is gonna be my one and last cigarette
so,
ever."
yeah.
And it cuts to
And
him
then
busting the door open, like, "Hey, you got a cig?"
nicotine addiction is a bitch.
It is a
Yeah.
bitch. Aki needs his
But
smokies.
yeah, man. But I'll say on one point Himeno makes, which is very interesting, is that she's like, "Ah, come on, listen, Devil Hunters don't really last long anyways. So what is smoking going to do for you? Like, it's not like you're going to die from cancer.
Right,
If I'm going to be killed
exactly.
by like statistically, you're more likely. It's like one of those things where you're more likely to be killed by a vending machine than like a shark attack.
I will
But
have to
instead here, it's like you're more than likely to get killed by a devil before you
yeah, like
before you die from cancer.
I will say like in that situation, I don't think I'd pick up smoking. I think I'd be like Scarface and just drink. I'd
Yeah.
just become a drunk at that point.
hmm
Damn it, my voice is giving out a little bit on me.
Shit,
Um,
man. It's
no,
been a
it's
while
just
since we've done
it,
did a
it's been a while
multi-episode
since
thing.
yeah, it's been a while since we've done a multi episode, so it's got my throat a little little messed up.
Yeah.
But let's move on. Uh, she's Dingy gets to watch a full out makeout show.
Yeah, man. She's
uh,
just like, because like this is she like Himeno's on like her last sig, and Aki's like, "Yo, can I have that sig?" He's like, "Ah, fine." And then they pass the sig. They do the smoke buddy thing
yeah, they just like he's
where
just like,
it's
oh,
like,
that's an indirect kiss. That's not
this,
fair.
and then Aki's like, "Shut the fuck up, man. I
But
just want my smoke."
yeah, and then we find out that the head has been growing immensely.
Uh-huh.
They walk out into the hallway, and it's just this fucking fleshy bag of meat flopping out of the room, just
Yeah,
hanging
dude.
out there. And the quote unquote, like the which we don't get the title yet. We'll get into it, but the devil is just like, hey, I'll make you a deal. I'll let all of you free if you give me the chainsaw devil.
Yeah.
I want to eat
And
his
so
heart.
this is interesting. Whenever you read this in the manga, did you imagine it as one singular voice instead of multiple different voices?
I did.
But
Um,
but I like how they took advantage of the fact, hey, no, this is like a fleshy mass of various different heads,
like in my
so it would
head
have
reading
multiple
it,
voices.
yeah, like in my head reading it, I read it as in like one singular voice, but like that really fat gluttonous voice to it,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
undulating voice, like that
Mhm.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting, but no.
That's about what I got, but that's about what I got from it. But here it's like, no, they took advantage of the fact that no, this is like multiple heads, so it'd have multiple different voices.
It was actually really interesting to hear it.
Uh,
But with this ultimatum that he had been given, that they had been
yeah, it's like,
given,
yo, kill Dingy, give me his heart, and I'll
I'll
let you
let you
guys
all
go.
free.
It's a contract. And at first they're like, yo, like what? Maybe would it just go back on his deal if we gave it to him? And Jimenez like, nah, it's a contract, so it would
If
have to abide by it.
Because if he doesn't, he dies.
Yep.
Which contracts hold a very powerful statement within the devil
They're
world.
very
Yeah,
powerful.
they're very, very powerful. Like just the word contract uh,
Yeah, has
creates a
power behind
bond.
it.
But
I hate to
given
meet the contract devil.
given this contract, we get this creepy fucking door opening slowly, and we get a little shiny object of a knife of Kobini holding a knife. Like
Yeah, man.
die, die,
Yo, man.
Dingy. Go get
Yo, man,
eaten.
listen, I want to get the fuck out of here. Die for us. Come on. You're being selfish, Dingy.
And she fucking rushes his ass. And as she's rushing, she's just got this guttural fucking scream of
Yeah.
absolute terror just coming out of her as she's rushing in. Fucking Aki slips in, kicks a fucking knife out of her hand like a ninja.
Dude,
And
the reflexes on
Himeno,
Aki.
oh dude, they're insane. Himeno just fucking gut punches her to fucking no end, and she's out again. She gets knocked out twice.
Yeah.
And we find out that this devil feeds off of fear. And as the fear grows within them, it overtakes the whole floor. And we get this really awesome, like, flesh cube in the background as they're sitting in the hallway. And
like it's that Himeno tries even using the ghost devil to try to hurt it, and that trying to hurt it, and even trying to inflict damage on it causes it to multiply faster as well.
Pain makes it multiply, fear makes it multiply.
Yeah,
and I think that's it. I think it's pain and fear that it feeds off
pain.
of.
Which makes sense because the more you fear a devil, the stronger it becomes. So within this confined space, it would,
But we just get this cool looking flesh cube in the background, and Aki busts out like, "Well, if it comes down to us surviving, I'm gonna use the sword." And Himeno immediately gets in his face. "No, the fuck you won't."
Yeah,
just gets all up in his shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Digi's like, "Well, if it keeps him alive, just let him fucking do it." She says, "No, I will let the devil take you before I let him use that sword." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then all of a sudden, we get cut over to the final straw. They go to get some food, and it's all gone.
Who did it? Who fucking?
And Power's over there chewing with crumbs on her face. He's like, "You ate all the food?" And Power's like, "Nah, 'twas not me. This is Dingy's doing."
This is Dingy. It's like, oh man, how could you do such a fucking obvious lie? And they start going like, "I bet you're the one that's causing this shit."
Like Kobeni wakes back up. She says, "Oh, you're the one who's doing this. It's your fault. I'm gonna murder you." And she's like, "Not me. Can't do it."
Can't do it. I'm sorry. and that fear causes it to grow even more, and even tilts the fucking hotel on its side.
Like it pushes them. They're chasing the devil's chasing Dingy, Aki, and Himeno down the hallway, and it's just progressively getting bigger as they're running away. They're fearing it. It's getting larger and it's faster. It's tilting the hallway, and we get this really cool added fucking scene. I'll let you describe it because it's
all right.
Really
so sick. As they're running, it says, "Yo, you can't run for me. I'm the fucking eternity devil." And as they're running, it cuts to this like infinity sign made from the fleshy mass of the eternity devil, and it looks so fucking good.
Yeah,
it's
just this fleshy mass just growing constantly towards you, and the infinity sign made out of eyeballs and flesh,
and flesh and shit. And it's like shit, man. It's like
so
really
fucking cool, but
it's fucking good. But yeah, the fucking building tilts over. Basically, it's like, "Yo, guys, listen, I'm getting kind of hungry. I'll just eat all you guys if you don't make a decision." This is where Aki tries to use his sword,
and Himeno grabs him.
We find out it's because the devil is contracted with whenever he uses a sword, it takes a considerable amount of years off his life.
Half of his lifespan. Yeah. Every time that he uses it, it halves his lifespan. It's like the Death Note rule. But
with the Shinigami eyes, yeah.
So like she grabs him with Ghost Devil, and Kobeni loses her shit at this point. She goes in to stab Dingy, and Aki just dips down in front of her.
He takes a fucking knife.
Just takes a knife to the fucking ribs. And she Kobeni's just like, "Oh shit, what did I do?" And then immediately just turns tide, like, it wasn't my fault, it was your fault. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and Aki's just like, I won't let you kill him. Because as long as he's still willing to fight the Gun Devil, I'm willing to take arms beside him. And
Mm-hmm.
that is so fucking cool. Like,
Yeah, like this is like this. This is like show the slow. Like he's slowly starting to become like befriend Denji.
oh
It's very
yeah.
very slow, but I like how it built later on in the series. I like how it builds.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
But we get this scene where Denji's like,
but he
power, use your blood powers to stop him from bleeding. She's like, well, you do feed me. I do need my din, so it's a bit of a
mhm,
challenge, but I'll help you this time.
yeah.
And as
Well,
he's
she
go ahead.
unfortunately she can't heal. She can only use her own blood. She can't heal Aki.
Yeah, that's what she's stopping the
Yeah.
bleeding though, is what I'm saying.
No. She can't stop it because she can't use. She can only manipulate her own blood.
Well, no, she said that she can, but it's a challenge for her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Oh,
harder
okay,
for
yeah,
her
yeah,
to mend.
yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
harder for her to mend the other people's blood.
Yeah,
But she
but
does
shit's
it
getting
because
worse.
of food.
Yeah, but shit's getting worse. Himeno's breaking down as well because like shit, like a partner of hers bleeding out and is probably gonna die.
Oh yeah, Himeno's
And
just fucking losing it, and Denji's just like,
um,
"Oh fuck it, I'll fight it." But I swear to God, if I defeat this dumbass fucking devil, I'm getting that fucking kiss.
yeah,
And we get this gruesome scene of the devil like down below. I'm at this point,
yeah,
it's the Pac-Man devil. I don't give a fuck
yeah,
what you
man.
call it. I'm calling it the Pac-Man devil because it's just
Hmm.
this ultra hyper realistic Pac-Man looking fuck. Like,
Yeah,
down below, it's just a giant
it,
gaping mouth.
he's like, listen, I don't want to do this. It's gonna fucking hurt me, but you know what? It's gonna hurt this thing a whole lot worse because it seemed to not really like pain when Himeno used the Ghost Devil on it.
So
Says, you know
Denji's
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
yeah.
hurt it so bad it's gonna want to kill itself.
Yeah, that was his whole fucking plan. So this man just dives deep into this devil's mouth, and we go past, like, falling down below. He goes through the teeth in the mouth and through the infinity sign down below, and then it cuts. And fuck
Yeah,
me, I can't wait till the next episode. I can't discuss anything further from here, but I know what happens, and I want to see it animated. Oh my
dude, it's
lord,
gonna be so sick. I
it's gonna
hope
be crazy.
I hope Peace can join us. He'll have to catch up a whole lot, and he's also busy with college. But
Yeah.
I hope he can join us for the next one because it's just gonna be fucking
Yeah, we're
rad.
really hoping. Sorry about that. He's got life
Yeah,
stuff going on, and
he's got a
we're
lot of
just
stuff.
trying to.
He does a fucking radio show Thursday nights.
Yeah,
So
we're trying to keep stuff on track for you guys, and he'll join in where he can join in, but
they
unfortunately,
might.
he just can't join in for a whole series,
Hmm.
which is fine. It's totally fine, and
Yeah.
but with that being said, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
That's all we
that's
got.
episode 6. The ending looks really good. It's got the Escher style stuff going again. What I
Mm-hmm.
fucking hate is we see pieces of what's about to happen in the next episode, like the
Oh
like so
yeah,
like
dude.
Denji diving in and like the blood coming up and everybody watching from the top.
Oh yeah, and then we
We
get
don't,
those sick ass manga panels in the frames.
dude. It uses the frame pictures of. At first, I thought it was just art to look like the manga panels, but as soon as I saw some of the line work, it's like, no, this is
That's
just ripped from the manga.
that is. It's just they just took
Like.
fucking shots from the manga and just edited it into a photo frame and
And
just
it looks so good,
it
and
looks
that's what I like
incredible.
about these endings because I thought they're probably just going to be like, and they'd be different songs, but they'd have a similar style.
Everything
But
is
I'm glad
different.
each ending has its own unique style that fits like the style of music that that artist does.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy how detailed everything is in this fucking anime so
Like so, like
far.
for episode 3, they had the group that did like the second Death Note opening,
Yeah.
and like it's like to match that because of their style is so fucking frantic. It's just so super fucking colorful and like chaotic.
Hmm.
And here it's like really, really like highly stylized art, but at the same time, really fucking
I don't know.
pretty.
Yeah, it's got like that edge to it though. It wasn't like
Hmm.
super realistic. It's
Yeah,
like a grungy art style to it, like pencil
dude,
drawn almost, but like
that
with
that drawing of the Gun Devil bullet
that was sick. That was
looks
really
really sick.
really smooth, dude. Like
Uh huh. Like it
you
was like
imagine
a
how many frames went into that? Like
yeah.
that's how good it fucking looked. Like it was
It's like
just
it looks like a pencil drawing of it, and it's like rolling, and it looks so
it's so smooth.
fucking
It's
good.
so fucking nice. Like it look that
Uh
was the
huh.
first thing I noticed when it kicked off. I was like, "Ooh, that looks good." But personally, the ending or the outro for episode 5 is my absolute favorite so far.
Yeah.
But
For
I can't
for
wait to see the
me,
others.
it's a three-way tie between that one, sixes, and episode threes.
I will say the quality has not dropped at all from
No,
episode 1.
it's not.
Everything is
In
just
fact,
I wouldn't say it's
I'd say
better.
it's gotten.
I wouldn't
I'd
say
say
it's better,
it's.
but
I don't know. That fucking leech devil shit was like
the Leech Devil was cool. Like
fucking
the fight scene with that was pretty sick.
yeah, like
Um,
really fucking smooth.
like
Especially it came right after the fucking bat devil fight as well.
okay, I will agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
That was kind of like a smooth.
that was like
Maybe they
super high
finally
octane and smooth.
maybe they got their bearings a little bit with the animation from the first fight with the zombie devil,
Hmm.
and they just kind of went with it. And
Yeah.
because like the Bat Devil didn't seem as smooth as that fight was. And I'm hoping
Hmm.
from here on out the rest of the fights are going to be just as crazy. And maybe they did that
Especially
to save budget for the more
yeah, man.
extreme fights coming up in the series.
Dude, the katana shit. I'm
Uh,
looking forward to. So
you can't
I
be
know,
giving
I
away
know. That's not why
spoilers.
I'm not saying. I honestly was the katana shit. That's all I'm saying.
Spoilers.
That's all I'm saying. But that shit specifically, I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's gonna
But
be sick.
but yeah, that's episode 6. Is there anything else you wanted to mention about any of these episodes here, Red?
I think we pretty much covered each one in detail. Like we
All right,
really
all
got
right,
spot
cool.
on with
We
how I
did it
felt
very
about it.
well. I think we're doing pretty well on time too.
Oh yeah, we're doing great on
Uh,
time. So
but yeah, so before we end it, I'd say if you like this video, like, comment, give us a little subscribe.
yeah.
I wanted to know, I didn't get a chance to because we were so excited to get through the preamble before, but we've been growing a shit ton lately.
Yeah, like we've
Chainsaw Man episode 1 has 355 views.
yeah,
And
and
it's our
it's
most
got
viewed video on the channel.
it is. It's actually very, very nice. And I man, we appreciate every single person who's
Yeah.
watched it. Um, we hope that it continues to grow. We hope that the channel continues to grow. Within the past few weeks, even with us being on a hiatus, how I think we've gained
We-
like 4
we
subscribers.
We gained a lot of. We're at 37 now.
Yeah, man. And you know,
And that's
let's
fucking
pump
awesome.
let's pump for 50. Like
Listen. If we hit 50 by the end of the year, I'll be fucking.
oh, I'll be
sick.
psyched. If we can get this channel up to 50 subs, I'll be greatly appreciated.
We
of it.
already have more subs than the other Anime Boys channel.
So whoever's watching this, whoever's enjoying our content, please share it with your friends. Tell them to give us a like if they enjoy our content. Just
if people are starved for anime discussion that's focused solely on the anime and no like politics or anything like that, like hey, come to us. Like
And
we want to talk about anime.
if we get enough build up and a big enough like comments like on our videos and stuff, hell, we might even start like doing a weekly Q&A. Like that would be kind of sick and
Yeah,
fun.
dude, that'd be fucking sick if we get enough to like do that shit.
Because me and Bopsto would love to do something like that. Just
I'm gonna also start using the community tab a lot more because I didn't realize we had access to it.
yeah.
So I'll do that. I'll probably post a poll along with this video. Other than that, I want to give a shout out actually. So not every channel that subscribes has a notification for which channel subscribes to you. But for one of our new subscribers, we did get a notification. So I wanted to shout out Luffy Taro.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's very sick. I'm also a huge fucking One Piece fan.
Welcome to the family.
So welcome to the family. I hope you enjoy the ride. I'd love to see you in the comments and whatnot, along with our buddy Gorosero.
Because it's not just me and Bopsto. We're all anime boys.
We're all anime boys. Even the girls are anime boys because it's BOIS, and that shit's
that just has a familial sound to it.
Yeah, man. Everyone's an
Um,
anime boy. It's like as Ed from in the wise words of Ed from Good Burger, I'm a dude, he's a dude,
dude,
she's a dude,
we're
because
all
we're all
dudes.
dudes.
Yeah, because we're all dudes.
Exactly,
I love it. I love it. I love it. I
exactly.
love it.
All right, all
But
right.
with that being
But
said, we like I said, we certainly do appreciate you guys. But
mhm.
Bopsto, carry it away, bud.
All right. Well, I'm Bopsto, the Elder Weep,
And I'm Red, the bald-headed wonder.
and you just got done watching the Anime Boys.
The anime boys. See ya.
See ya.